All right, welcome back. This week's person of interest is somebody that local sports fans certainly recognize, former UM superstar Bryant McKinnie. Had a stellar playing career at the U and in the NFL, of course, but now Bryant has turned his focus towards raising mental health awareness, and he is hosting a great event on Thursday evening of Cocktails and Conversation at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. B. Mac, thank you, man, for stopping by, man.
Thank you very much for having me.
And how did you get interested in this topic?
I got in this topic when I retired. A couple of people retired around the same time as me, and they were having a tough time transitioning from life after, and we're having a few breakdowns, and I kind of was a key force, I guess, in their life, and would go to someone we're in the psych ward, would go there, and then also would communicate with the NFL and NFLPA on getting them help and assistance and helping their family. And I was like, this is something that we really need to talk about, especially men, because I think a lot of men bottle things up and keep it to themselves and just deal with it. So I added this to my mission statement around 2017. Yeah.
And what have you learned since you've delved into it?
I've learned a lot. I've learned, you know, a lot of times people do things. A lot of things are trauma responses that you do as adults, as far as trying to please people and, you know, just don't like accept when people try to praise you or like, you know, like congratulate you and things you kind of brush it. Those are all like trauma responses from a child and things like that. So I've learned a lot doing this, and then I learned little things too, key things to look out for when somebody may actually be crying out for help.
So to recognize this.
Yeah, to recognize it. So I want people, when they come, they'll learn some of those things as well.
I think that's really interesting because I think people have this view of pro athletes, man, y'all don't have a care in the world. I mean, you got the money, you got the fame, but there's a lot of pressure that people don't recognize. And then when the light goes out, it's a real change of life, isn't it?
I'm gonna tell you what's funny too. I learned this, I heard the song as a kid by Notorious B.I.G. called More Money, More Problems. Didn't understand it at the time until you get in that situation. And just because you are in a situation where it seems like it's glamorous, there's a lot of things that come, you know, behind the scenes, and a lot of people don't know how to deal with it. And even going back to those gentlemen who were having their breakdowns, they would rather talk to me because I played the sport and instead of dealing with their family. So that's where it kind of came in to play for me.
So what can folks expect at this event Thursday?
You can expect some therapists, life coaches that'll be on the panel, and then you'll have other people like influencers like Lisa Ray, Sean T, Trina, Silta Shocker, even former NFL player Tommy Harris. And everybody kind of shares their testimony, their story. Miss Sabrina Greenlee, DeAndre Hopkins' mom, she'll be up there as well. People just share their story, and what that does is it allows people in the audience to kind of realize, oh, they may be going through that as well, and they get to hear tips or how the person got through it, or even just be bold enough to, you know, speak to one of the therapists afterwards and try to make a connection that way to get some help.
Yeah, you're right about that, how we're socialized. We're socialized, you know, hey, be tough, always be tough.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But, you know, sometimes being tough isn't necessarily the smart way to go about it. Sometimes you have to talk to somebody who you really trust.
You have to decompress, because I feel like sometimes just always keeping everything in is like a soda can and just keep shaking it up and eventually explode. Yeah,
good way to put it. Well, a lot of folks may not know these two things about Bryant McKinnie, but I'm going to tell you two things. One, this big fella can dance. That's number one, okay? He can dance. And number two, B-Mac can play some tennis, and he don't want to talk about that, but you've got these other outlets, and I think that really helps with the mental balance in life.
It definitely does. Any type of workouts, I learned that too. So working out, you know, gives you the endorphins, and it kind of makes you feel good and things like that. So me continue to stay moving. I'm always told movement is medicine, so I have to stay moving. That helps me feel good.
Bryant, man, thank you so much for being here. And if you want more information on the B Major Foundation, visit our website at cbsmiami.com.